Well, guys, as she's pushing the record button, we want to welcome everybody on board. My name is Todd Rowland. I'm coming to you from Destin, Florida. When the original quarantine kicked in, we started 8 Zooms a week, and this is the Monday morning kickoff of those 8 Zooms. They run Monday morning, Monday night, and so forth. Some of those Zooms have been sidelined currently because we are all back out working again. It's hard to make them all work, but the Monday morning has stayed around. There will be another Zoom tonight, Monday night. I know
No,
that
Todd.
the Wednesday, there is no Zoom tonight, Tammy?
No.
Okay. Well, everybody enjoy the Monday morning, and then we'll get a schedule out. Thank you for the update there, Tammy. We've got people running everywhere. Plus, we're obviously in July 4th vacation weeks too, so lots of people on vacation. But if you're new here for the first time, what we like to do on these Zooms is just kind of walk you through the overview of the RX company. And we are an opportunity on 2 fronts. Sometimes people are interested in one of them. Sometimes people are interested in both of them. Sometimes people are interested in one of them and growing to the other one. But the first one that is available is we have some of the best products that exist on planet Earth. We'll be quantifying that for you in just a minute. But if you have trouble sleeping, you've got some inflammation going on in your body that's manifesting itself in pain or even things like acid reflux. I can go through a whole list of things. We never can make a medical claim or cure, but it's amazing when you reduce inflammation, how symptoms seem to really reduce in the body. Obviously, a big thing in North America is weight loss. We all know that our food is not what it used to be, and a lot of us eat on the run. So it's a great way to get rid of that last 10 pounds, or it's a great way to lose a couple 100 pounds, depending on what you want to do. One of our co-hosts this morning lost 80 pounds, Vince Green, and another one of our co-hosts, Tammy, she lost her last 10 pounds. And Tammy ended up, matter of fact, Tammy, you can show the other couple of pictures, but tell your story and then talk about the second piece of this puzzle, you and Vince, about the business opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, Todd. So my husband and I got started here to lose a little bit of weight. I lost 10 pounds. He lost about 40 pounds. And as good as it felt to lose the weight and fit into smaller clothes, how we felt is really what got us excited, because we just felt younger. We have more energy. And I think when you feel good, you naturally want the people around you to know that they can feel good too. I think we get used to thinking that being tired is part of middle age, and it's not. You can have energy and feel good. So that's really what got us excited here.
And then Tammy, you kind of turned that into a home-based business where your husband owns a large mortgage company there in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you were the office manager, and you were able to leave that and raise your 2 girls through junior high and now in high school.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and it's funny, Todd, because I mean, I only lost 10 pounds, but that was enough to get people's attention. And when I was working here, even though we owned the company and my husband was my boss, I missed out on a lot with my kids. And I was able to walk away from this job and create enough income that I could stay at home and not miss out on field trips and school parties, become the classroom mom, get involved in PTO. And, you know, those memories are priceless. And the time that I've had with my kids, you just can't put a price on that. So super blessed and thankful for the time freedom, for sure.
Yeah, you know, Tammy, Ashley, my wife and I, we've had a home-based business for 19 years, 2 companies. This is one of the 2. And I found through the 19 years that although it's been the greatest thing since sliced bread, our kids have never seen their parents go to work. We've lived on residual income. We traveled the world. The home-based business word or multi-level marketing word has at times been a bit taboo for different reasons, some legit. All companies aren't created equal. But I have also noticed that over the last 6 months, as we moved into 2020 and the world has flipped upside down, that it's not so taboo anymore to have a home-based business and work from home and have time freedom and not be the subject to your doors being forced closed when you have rent to pay and bills to pay and things along those lines. So Vince, if you go back one page, Tammy, Vince lost 80 pounds with us. He operates in a world of professionals. He's a criminal defense lawyer. And I think Vince has seen the same thing, that some of those professionals that wear their suit and tie every day and make a good living, even those guys and girls are interested now in working from home, having a home-based business. Vince, tell us about your story.
Thank you, Todd. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I went through, I was played sports all through high school and college, but then, went on to law school and gained weight over time and had all the health deficits that went along with that. I ballooned up to 275 pounds, found these products, or the products found me, and I've been able to lose 83 pounds. And the beauty about our products during the challenges we've had the last few months, I am still wearing the same clothes I was wearing before the pandemic. In other words, I haven't gained any weight. In fact, I had people who know me, like my wife, who's sitting to my right, and my daughter was up here for a visit a couple of weeks ago. They said, Dad, and Val said, you do not need to lose any more weight, and I still think I do. I'm not getting, anorexic or anything, not by a long shot. But the health benefits, and as we say, we cannot cure, diagnose, treat any diseases. But it's nice to know that I don't have to take high blood pressure medication, anything of that nature anymore. So it's been a true blessing.
Valerie, would I put you on the spot if we could hear that through your eyes?
Oh, okay. No, not really. Can you see me okay? Because I can't see me.
Of course we can.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Go right ahead, Miss Valerie.
Yeah, well, he lost so much weight. Vince was always dedicated to the RX products whenever he goes really full throttle. And he lost so much weight, it was really kind of getting scary. So I said, well, you really don't need to lose any more. I mean, even a dog buries a bone. So, so I said, you look good just as you are. Even his daughter said the same thing. I'm really proud of his accomplishment with RX. I think it's done really well, actually, for both of us. I lost my weight a couple of years back, and it's remained off for the most part. So I'm real happy. And the other products, the ones that are for, to continue to maintain your health, have been very good for us too. So I'm very happy with all of the products.
And Valerie, plus, losing 85 pounds, with people our age, it improves longevity too. So being around for the grandkids, and now then you're going to be around for the great grandkids.
Oh,
and
yeah.
One last question.
Having another grandkid, so we're real excited. We have one on the way in the oven. So, it's the quality of life. You really want your quality of life to be good too. You want to have your energy and your strength. And the products just do that. The MOA, the Slender Ice, all of the products, when you take them like you're supposed to and follow that food guide, you will experience a whole new you.
Hey, Todd,
And
I just want
Valerie,
to say we've been trying, our last order, I just put in an order for Limu, and I want to tell Dr. Kristal Vance, we love the Limu products too. We're so glad to have that as part of RX now.
Yeah.
I love it. And then Valerie, we hear from Vince often, but kind of from your perspective, what's y'all's goal here? What are you trying to get accomplished business-wise?
Business-wise, well, I'm reaching retirement age in terms of public school system. I'm teaching first grade, but I've had close to 36 years in public school as a teacher. And I've gone up and down the gamut. And one thing that I noticed about, what has changed so much really is the diets that the children are being presented with. They don't eat like we ate. I think in our generation, we had such a healthy diet. But children today, I think there's a lot more sugar in the diets. There are children who are really overweight, or children who are overweight with no energy, or even children who are not overweight with no energy. So I really am concerned about looking deeper into school diets and home diets for children. I'm really concerned about what's going on there. And I really believe that the products that we have could actually help some of those households, some of those moms and dads and the children out also.
Awesome. Thanks for being a part of it this morning too, Valerie. You add a lot. And Vince, thank you for always being there.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks, Todd.
For those of you that are here for the very first time, the name of our company that we both manufacture and distribute these products around the world is called RX. We are located in Utah, but we have physical offices in now 23 countries. Indonesia and Switzerland both opened last week. That goes along now with France and Italy and England and Australia and China and Japan and Mexico and Canada and many more. We are now shipping into over actually, I've been saying 40 for 2 years, but we're now, as of last week, shipping into over 50 countries around the world. So they may not have a physical office, but they are getting shipped to. For example, we getting a new group going in New Zealand, and they don't have a physical office. They'll be receiving their products from the Australian office. So examples like that. That's how we work internationally. We have a group of products, and they are just outstanding, and they're also expanding. We have 9 divisions of products currently in the North American market. We've got about another dozen divisions of products worldwide. We've got a superfood company that is coming out of Japan to North America that's just going to be really, really good. The doctor that runs that company is known as the superfood doctor, top superfood doctor of the world. We're just working all the legalities of getting it here. There's several new divisions of products coming here in North America this fall, another one coming early next year. Tammy, this is your subject. Why don't you kind of tell them just a snippet about the divisions and how you use them in your family?
Well, Todd, you know, we started out with Nutrify and we use all of that. I'm super thankful to have the vitamins and the minerals and the MOA and the Banali for my kids because they're teenagers. They drive themselves now, and their car seems to drive to Chick-fil-A every single day. And it helps me sleep better at night knowing I'm getting good stuff in them. Of course, we love the Slender Eyes. You know, I use Slender Eyes for weight loss, and I continue to take it because I can tell a big difference in my hormones when I'm not using it. My favorite, I am with Vance and Val. I love Lemu. My breakfast now is a burn every morning. My teenage daughter, who really didn't need to lose any weight, but tried the burn and loved it, is now also using burn as a meal replacement and lost 4 pounds last week. So we love it, love the energy. The essential oils are amazing. Don't forget the essential oils. They're in our loyalty shopping cart. Call me if you have questions about the essential oils because I use all of them for many different things. And of course, the skincare. We all look 10 years younger when we're using Jovet and that Nacerity. I love the roll-on mask. I put it on my hands and feet at night. And again, the Revive Todd is also another incredible brand. I have searched high and dry before we got Revived to find shampoos and conditioners that didn't have the sulfates and, you know, all the toxic chemicals that can cause cancer. It can cause, you know, reproductive issues. I used to search high and dry for my daughters because I was concerned. We now have the best, and it's in our loyalty shopping cart. So don't forget the oils and the Revive. Super awesome, awesome products.
And Tammy, you know the doctors really well. Why don't you just tell us a bit about Deanna and Dr. Strand, Dr. Ginger?
Yes, absolutely. You know, the thing about Deanna is she really does attract the best of the best as with Dr. Strand and Dr. Ginger. And, you know, what I love best about Deanna, I feel like is, and I hate the word magic, but the magic in our products and why we have such amazing results is she does a couple of things that are unique, which is one, she has a team of researchers that found the best of the best raw ingredients. Her no compromise philosophy is definitely a big plus when it comes to our ingredients. And then also, Todd, she puts a therapeutic clinical dose of each ingredient in. And when we go to Walmart or in a vitamin shop and we're buying a supplement, we're getting a little fairy dusting of that ingredient. And so it's a huge difference to have it in at a therapeutical dose. Big difference.
Yeah, and what we're going to do now as we can kind of conclude this up is simplify it down a little bit because we're so massive worldwide, all these products, divisions. The hardest part of the whole deal is just finding a starting point. And we've got some experience packs and transformation packs. They're all approximately $400, $370 to $425, depending on what product mix you want. You can kind of see a couple of different of the product mixes there. That's an experience pack you're looking at now. And we're just going to walk you through a couple of those different products that you're seeing in some of these experience packs. The first one is called MOA, 36 of the world's best superfoods. We all have our favorites. This is mine, mainly because it's got 11 superfoods that reduce inflammation. And when you get rid of pain in the body, you just feel better. Also got about a dozen ingredients that boost the immune system. And I can't think of a better time in America or in the world to reduce inflammation. It helps with athletic performance and recovery. The second product is Rejuvenex. It's an energy product with green coffee bean extract. It's a really, really healthy, clean burning energy. And then we've got some liquid energy drinks. And our next guest, he's not a guest anymore. He has been promoted from guest to weekly co-host now. Anthony Moreland, he's going to talk to us about the liquid energy, the Blue Frog 1 and the Blue Frog 2. And I don't have the picture up, but Anthony also talk a little bit about the burn. And I know Dr. Kristal may talk about that too, but I know that the burn with the protein and the energy combined is something that a lot of people across North America have added into their programs. And I just get tons of rave reviews on it. By the way, Anthony, for those that have never heard Anthony speak before, he was a track athlete in college, and that was his introduction to the Blue Frog. He used it for recovery in between running the 200 and 400, which are two grueling races. I always say it's probably one of the hardest things you can do in any sporting event. It just really taxes the body. But he catapulted that into a little business where he made some side, where he was able to walk out of Apple and go full time at our opportunity in a home-based business here with RX. Tell us what about it, Anthony.
All right. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Hoping everybody's having a blessed Monday. It's going to be a great week. But yes, like Todd said, I got started with the energy drinks and part of the Libu brand about 8.5 years ago. Got introduced by some teammates of mine. They were on the track team, and we all knew about how supplements and different things. We always had to watch what we were consuming, eating, drinking, because we'll fail drug tests at any given moment. And so we actually got our hands on the products. We looked at it, and we took it to our trainer the first day. And she looked at it. It only took her about 30 minutes to an hour, and she gave us a call back, you guys, and said, hey, there's nothing in these products that'll make y'all fail a drug test. And for us, we was good to go. We wanted to see how these clean products could help us out. We started practicing better. Mostly me, and it was about 3 of us on the track team. We started recovering faster. Mondays was always our brutal days when we did most of the running, most of the heartache and pain came on Mondays. I started noticing how I could finish up a 600 rep, 12 minutes later, be ready for another one, and pretty much giving it full capacity. And what that did was it allowed me to start using that same type of energy, getting better there in the track meets. Where you guys, my last year, I went from a 47.4 and I dropped it all the way down to a 46.12. Almost a 1.4 second down, a drop down with 1.3. And that's big because you can't just really just drop your time like that. But that was what it was. When I was practicing better, I was able to perform better. The only thing differently I used that year was the Blue Frogs and the Limo Original. And then also I went on and finished up and I had the burn. I started noticing how that started helping me out when I was recovering faster. But then like Todd mentioned, I was a double major. I thought the dream ticket in life was to go work at my dream job, which was Apple. Well, I graduated. It took them 3.5 years to give me a call, you guys. I'm so glad I did start this little part-time thing on the side that allowed me to generate some income so I didn't have to wait 3.5 years after college to get income or go settle for a job I didn't really want. But I thought Apple was it. Apple gave me the call, you guys, and I said, hey, I'm all in. I want to give that a try. I said, man, that has to be it. I'm going to come in early. I'm going to stay late. And that's what I did every day. Picked up shifts so my coworkers wouldn't get in trouble. everything that they asked and beyond. Moved up in the rankings, and then life happened. My grandmother had a stroke out of nowhere, you guys, and it hurt me because that's the woman I love, and that's my granny. She did a lot for me. She helped me become the man I am today. And I watched family members go back and forth, you guys, back and forth about who was going to take off work to help out my grandmother. And I'm looking at everybody like, are y'all really about to argue about this? It shouldn't even be no debate. You should just stop what you're doing and go do it. But they couldn't afford to do that and still get the bills paid. And I said, you know what? Hey, I don't have to work. So I could just ask for, 3 weeks off or so and see if they'll let me just spend time with my grandmother, help her get back on her feet and make sure everything's okay. Todd, they told me no. And I laughed. Within about 5 minutes, I told the lady, I said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put my 2 weeks notice in. I don't want to argue with you about this. At that moment, I had made up in my mind, never wanted to be told, one, when I couldn't take off for work to help out a family member or a friend in need. I didn't want to be told how much money I can make, when I can and cannot go to the bathroom. And it was things like that at a young age, because at that time I was only 25 years old. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go work for myself and go help out more people. And that's pretty much what I loved about this whole opportunity. And then where we're headed. You heard Todd mention at the beginning, momentum. Momentum is a powerful thing, you guys. And I end off on this. I got started in Limu, which is one of the brands, 8.5 years ago, and I'm still getting paid today off of my efforts I did 8.5 years ago. You can't do that anywhere else. Any of those other jobs I had, I went and worked, I clocked in, I made my check, and that was it. Here, the efforts I did 8.5 years ago when the company was in that little momentum that they were in, and this is on a way bigger stage, I'm still getting paid off of those same efforts. And that's what I love about this whole opportunity, and make great friends like yourself, Todd, and Tammy, and Dr. Kristal, and Mr. Vance. And so, hey, just pay attention to the rest, because your mind will be blown away.
That's awesome, Anthony. And your story just always is so inspiring. There's a lot of college kids that get out of college and they flop around for 10 years. And it's like you said, they're always trading their time for money, and it's not what they thought it would be. It's to find something like this while you're in college and have it to fall back on. And when you get out there and realize what the real world's all about, man, just super proud of you. And the best is yet to come. You might be about to get really rich here in this company. Just to mention a couple of other products, and we're going to conclude this out with Dr. Kristal Vance. We've got a homeopathic set of drops that are they're the most unbelievable products you've ever seen in your entire life. You can add in meal replacement shakes, or you can add in the new burn around it. If you want to substitute some meals, we've got greens. It comes with a 19-page color instruction booklet. You follow the approved food list. I always just tell people, follow RX Kitchen and Tammy Krumwiede on Facebook, and they'll be keeping you up to date all the time on what to eat, what you can't eat, how to make everything taste good. It's just really easy way. Vern there, he was 26 in that first picture and 27 in the second. You can see a couple of the 100 and 200 pound weight loss stories as we're flipping through here. But if you'd like to get started with us, the getting started process is really, really simple. You pay $24.95 one time. Once you do, you then purchase your pack that makes sense to you. All the experience and transformation packs are basic packs. They're, like I said, between $370 and $425. Believe it or not, just by buying a couple of months of products for you and your family, it triggers all the business stuff. You're getting ready to hear from Dr. Kristal Vance, but I mean, to start a traditional business, if you're starting a little one, tens of thousands of dollars plus crazy monthly overhead, but a bigger business can sometimes cost millions by the time you get the doors open and the employees hired and start paying Social Security tax and all the different things come along with it. Here, we're 1099 on earnings. You get tremendous tax breaks. You will need to turn on an auto ship of at least 100 volume points to qualify your business. Generally about $150. We love to call it redirected spending. Once you get in the company with your starter pack, you're going to quickly see a lot of things. I always give the example that I can get toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, and body wash without any of the known carcinogens and parabens and sulfates in our loyalty shopping for like $30. Same price my wife buys the bad stuff at Target for. The essential oils, just all kind of products. So instead of spending my money and giving it to these big corporations, we just redirect it through our own business and we get paid for it. That's all we are. We're a 21st century Amazon getting these high quality products to the end consumer. And then you not only get to be a consumer of the products, but if you choose and you've got a business and you've got a qualified business, you can share it forward. People can be a customer, or you can find other distributors and get an override and start building out a lifelong residual income like Anthony's done, like Vince and Valerie are doing, and like Dr. Kristal Vance is going to conclude our meeting out, is about to tell us she did with her chiropractic practice. Dr. Kristal, I need a new picture because of all the pictures we see you popping up now in the Zooms and trainings, it looks like you've even lost more weight. You definitely look like you've lost another 4 or 5 years of age. But tell us a little about your story and how you were able to shut down your practice and go full time here.
Absolutely. Thanks. Can you hear me? We good?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. Well, yes, all those pictures on there are me. And yeah, I was just looking at that. It's funny that you said that. And I was like, dang, I think I'm down another 15 pounds since that last picture was taken. And I say that just so you know that the products work. I just followed the plan. People think there's some magical, mystical thing that I did. And it's like, it's really in that book. So get whatever you need here. But I'm going to start this and I'm going to end it with the same thing. And I hope when I say it here, you might be like, huh? And when I finish, you're like, yes, do that. And that is get yourself a pack and save yourself a spot. All right, so here I was 5 years ago. I had practiced at that time for 15 years in private practice, seeing 40 to 50 patients a day. I did what I was supposed to do, right? In the American dream, go to school, sign the check on the front, not on the back, you know, make 6 figures plus, have all of the stuff. And at the end of the day, I was like, is this it? Is this really it? Like, I've done the best that I possibly can. And yet I feel like I'm helping a ton of people. I kind of lost me. Obviously, you can see that in the pictures, right? We're out there and we're trying to meet all the needs of our families, of our jobs, and at some point it's like, wait a minute, what about I forgot my health? And that's where I was. I forgot my own self. And what happened is my health started to go down. And I think right now, more than any other time ever, we're all going, I should start taking care of myself better. How many of us know that it's not like our system, I think we're seeing is not really truly health care. It's really sick care. And they know how to help the people that are sick, but they don't really necessarily, their hearts are like, because every doctor's goal is to help their patients. But how, as a doctor, I was the patient, I was my own patient, I wasn't helping myself. So how could I do that? Well, here with ARCs, that's their whole goal, that we live better, that we feel better, and they give us all of the tools, and then we just kind of get a look at the smorgasbord of the different products, the different tools that we can now put into our lifestyle or replace. Like, I needed energy. It's just I was doing it with an upside down caramel macchiato from Starbucks for $5 every day. They knew my name. They wrote it on the cup before I even had to say how to spell my name. Anybody else like that? You're already spending money every day on something for energy? Well, just like Todd said, I just redirected over here, got one of those drinks that Anthony was talking about, that Blue Frog. It's a functional beverage, which was a mind-blowing to me. Like, you mean I could drink an energy drink that actually was good for me? Because I think we all drink them, or we know people who drink them and we're like, we know they're not good for us, but man, we need the energy. How are we going to get through the day? I mean, most of them don't even taste good. But we were doing what we had to do to get by. I was doing with my food what I had to get by. That's how I was living life. So if you're like me and you're like, I'm tired of just doing enough to get by. There was never enough money. There was never enough time. There was never enough health. And then I heard about this. And I'm not going to act like I got it, because I didn't. You might be just like me going, what do you mean get a pack? Okay. What I was smart enough to know is that I needed better health. Because if I didn't get my health turned around, it didn't matter about the money and it didn't matter about the time. And so I dropped my proverbial pebble into the pond of health possibilities, and that was here. And I started consuming some different things. In fact, I got one of those packs because it had a bunch of different things in it, and I could figure out what it was that I liked. I didn't want somebody to cram me into a hole and say, drink this one thing and it's going to be great for you. Because the likeliness is I wasn't going to like that one thing. And so I love that I got the pack. I got to figure out what I liked. And then from that point on, I just ordered in what I was already spending money on. It made sense. Well, here's what happened. I loved it. I started to have results. You saw the pictures. I started to have results. And so my best friend, I'm like, girl, you should try this. I think you would like it. Guess what? She did. She started to have some results. Guess what? There was a deposit in my checking account. I was like, why did I get that? Well, because you told somebody. I'm like, oh, Amazon don't do that. Nope, we're not Amazon, we're RX. And then all of a sudden my next girlfriend was having some situation and I was like, yeah, I don't know if this could help you, but you should try it. She loved it. Ding, more money in my checking account. You guys, that just kept happening. I wasn't selling anything. I didn't have stock of anything. Some people choose to do that. I was so busy, all I had time to do was use it myself. But I would gladly share it if I saw somebody had a need I thought it could help. And now here I sit 5 years later, at now the age of 46, I just had a birthday. I'm like, ooh, I can't say 45 anymore. At the age of 46, but here's the thing. I look better. I feel better. My life is totally transformed since that 5 years ago. And I'm retired. The 40 to 50 patients a day that I was spending all my time helping, I now get to do on a different platform. See, I didn't give up anything. I still get to impact and help people, just on such a broader, wider scope. My purpose went that pond. Remember, I dropped it in a little ripple and the ripples just kept getting greater. And you know what? That feeling of, am I doing enough? Is life worth all of this? Am I just getting by? That's not, my whole life has transformed because I put me first. I paid me first. And then my cup was full enough that it spilled over and it started helping other people. And now that's just my goal. Like, none of us that, like, we don't profit off of each other. We literally are a group of people who are coming together on here, who have spoken, and not one of us earns a paycheck off of each other. Not one of us gets a deposit in our checking account. We are literally a group of people who are out there going, you can have a better life if you want it. Whether it's health, whether it's finances, whether you just want to be around some positive people, you want a new tribe, you're tired of the doomsday boob tube, as my granny would call it, you're ready to change your life. Well, it starts with one little drop of the pebble. Like, I want you to dream big, but I need you to bring it down. Where do I do? What do I go? What do I need? You need to get a pack and save your spot.
Awesome, Dr. Kristal. Well, guys, this has been a fantastic morning. Tammy, don't forget to push stop record. We will have this immediately up on YouTube and on researchmoa.com.